The days are drawing in, guys. Slowly but surely it's becoming winter. I've not been to enough car boots. It's only going to be charity shops soon enough, so I'm going to be able to get out there, show you guys around the car boots if I can. But my name's Nick. This is Sales and Trails. Thanks for joining me on my flipping adventure. This is probably like the 20th episode of Sales, but we got some good ones. It's a slow start, but it's only Thursday. As per usual, we start off with Vinted, so we'll go from there. We can actually start off with a couple of caps. I actually bought this one for myself in a car boot. It was £3. I put it on eBay. It didn't really sell. There was a lot of people watching it, but they weren't going to buy it. I actually sold this for £7.20, a bit of an odd number, but it was over double my money on that back. Really, I was going to have it for myself, but then I realised I got so many caps, and I've actually bought some more of these, so you've probably seen me wearing this very regular, if not all the time. But yeah, happy with the sale for this one. And then we had another one, which was from a different car boot, but similar price. So we got a Levi's this time around. It's a Levi's Strauss & Co. Has it on the side in there. Pretty bog standard. And that one was camo, the Oakley's. This one is just plain black with a white decal Levi's. Bought this one for £1. I had to recheck some of my footage. I got a little bit of footage from the car boot, so I'll try and mash something together for you. But I sold this one for £6, so similar sort of profit, sort of the £4 to £6 sort of profit marks. I ain't going to complain with that, as per usual, when it comes to caps, because they're easy shifters and they're easy to pack, and yeah, my breadwinner. What I will say with both of these caps, by the way, is the Oakley is not a one size, it's a fitted cap. It doesn't actually have the sizing inside. It just got large XL in there. And with the Levi's, it was actually adjustable on the back. So yeah, I always go for adjustable caps just because I find them a little bit better. Sorry about my hair. A little bit better for me because I got a bit of a big head. But next is the eBay sales. So I mentioned in some of my videos, I think someone was putting like 10B, wanted to go out and do some sort of sea fishing. But for some reason I thought, do you know what, I might have a look into some sort of the angling stuff in the car boots. A lot of it is trash. There are some stuff you can pick up and get a couple of quid off. And one of them is this. This is a Shakespeare Company glider. So I'm fairly certain this is like a fly fishing one. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm not like super keen on fishing. I don't mind doing sea fishing. It's a bit more of a laugh. If you're gonna put me by a lake or by a river, I'll pass. I'd rather go to the pub and have a pint. But I picked this one up for £2 and it sold for £5.50. It was up for £6. I said, look, £5.50 out, and he said no problem. But it's all mechanically working. It's got old was it reel in it? Not reel. Oh, whether string or whatever. I don't know. I just seen this a couple of quid. Yeah, I got a couple more which my partner's grandfather had. I'll probably be putting them up maybe in a bulk bundle just to let them go. But a couple of quid on this one, I'm not going to complain with that. I swear I'm going to get a t-shirt with saying I'm not going to complain. But that's basically rounded up our Thursday. Let me know what you guys think about these videos. Is there anything I can change or anything you'd like me to sort of introduce? I'm open to trying out different things. Let me know in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad that I bought some racking and I'm going to get a SKU system on the go, because for me to dig all these items out was an absolute task. They were everywhere. But the first one we sold on the Saturday was a pair of Doc Martens. These are actually Oxblood Doc Martens. I think they're a 1416 model. Yeah, picked them up in Cwmbran for £4, sold them for $49.99, which is a fair price for them, to be fair, because they're not a common sort of colour you get, but they did have the air cushion insoles in them. So there's the base, obviously having all the details on there. Condition wise, so it's got quite a lot of cracking on the tops. However, that can be remedied. You can actually sort of polish it out, and they do tend to come up quite nice. There's a bit of a strange sort of like almost residue-y sort of thing, but that can clean up. I didn't realise as well that these actually are work boots. So yeah, that's a new one to me. I don't really going on the side of Dr. Martens. It's not really my sort of cup of tea. I tend to stick to like the old sort of like sports trainers and whatnot. But I'm happy with the sale. I've had these for a little while. I only decided to put them up the past week or so, and they sold quite quickly. 10 minutes after that sale then, long overdue, one of the first videos I'd done was for all the SmackDown games. So SmackDown to 2008 to 2011 for the Xbox 360. Didn't get what I expected to get from them. I was expecting, you know, between the 50 and 20 mark. I sold them for a tenner. It's easy to bundle then. People normally look at these and go, right, if they're like £2 a game or whatever it is, by the time you put all the postage in, it makes no sense just to get them separately. So someone picked them all up for nostalgia. I was speaking to the customer actually about, you know, Halo and whatnot. I've been going through the Halos myself. I've been thoroughly enjoying them, but I'm nowhere near as good as I used to be. But these are going out. Like I said, I bought them £1 each, tenner, make a couple of quid on. It's not too much, but creating space. Like I said, I've been doing some system really, so I can get stuff quicker. Just looking everywhere for these things. So when it was coming to the winter sort of time, I was looking again a pair of boots for myself to go on the walks, because those trail shoes, great, but they're obviously trainers, so like the mud and all that gets inside. So I looked at getting boots, but my brother actually bought me a pair of boots for Christmas, so these were made redundant. These are Mountain Warehouse size 10 walking boots. They're not super expensive. They're ISO dry. They are pretty good. But I saw them in a charity shop and they were brand new and they were my size. And I thought to myself, oh, they'd be a great secondary pair of shoes. But I don't even see me using the Columbias, which I've got super often. So I thought I'd just put these up. I paid a tenner for these, which is a little bit on the high side, but I sold them for £22 plus the postage. So there's a couple of quid in it for me. Someone's going to get a brand new pair of shoes on a discount. I was getting some stupidly low offers with these. I don't know where it is. I might do a video on it, but people seem to think it's 60% off retail. No, it's not that. That's way, way, way low. But yeah, happy with the sale. I'm not exactly sure where I bought these from, but these are Adidas Galaxy. I think Galaxy 4. Yeah, Galaxy 4. These are a size 8 in UK. I'm assuming I picked them up from one of the charity shops. Maybe I must have been about £3-4 for them, but they actually sold for £17 plus the postage. So I'm getting at least you know, a tenner back on that there myself. So yeah, not a lot about these really. Pretty standard run-of-the-mill sort of shoes. The tops are pretty good on them. They got a bit of dirt on the insides now, but they are used. The soles are actually in pretty good condition. You can see they are a little bit worn, but there's nothing heavy as such. They wouldn't really be my cup of tea either, not just because of the size. I just think they're a little bit sort of smooth, so I'd be a bit concerned about slipping in these, but the customer's quite happy with them. As long as there's no damages and all, I've double checked over them. I'll give them a little wipe over. They look pretty good, but yeah, a couple of quid profit on those. I'd pick these up all day if I do that. So I'm batch doing this, so that was Saturdays, this is Sundays, and there was only one sale on Sunday. Like Saturday was pretty good for sales when it comes to it, like it hit the target which I needed to be done. However, I think it's going to be quite a slow week this week, so I'm going to need some special sales going on. I'm going to put quite a few items up on eBay. I've got a bag of clothes which I was given from Richie to put up on Vinted. We'll see what we do with that. But the last sale we got is a Nike swoosh cap. The other swoosh cap I sent out, I've been having a bit of trouble with it because I didn't realise that on the back someone actually cut this down, the adjuster to size. Obviously the person who bought it couldn't fit it on their head and tried adjusting it and it just popped out of the clasp. So I'm assuming there's going to be a return on that one. But this one here, yeah, not much to it. I didn't really put much on it. I just said, look, it's a Nike sportswear. I think this one actually sold for 17 quid as well. I think I paid like a quid for it. But it's, honestly, apart from it being like a five panel cap, is used. It's not much, you know, going for it. But if you do see them, pick them up. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to Nike. So yeah, I'm going to make a couple of quid profit on that one, and hopefully the customer enjoy it. I am aware I just said you never know what you're going to get, and I look quite Forrest Gumpy right now. And here we go, guys. Just a quick look at the haul for the weekend. Gotta get these all packed up now and get them out to the customers. There's a close-up on the cracking. It's a little bit of damage in the back some as well, but keep an eye out for these. And so we end the week off on the Wednesday with 2 sales. It's been quite a quiet week, to be fair. So we had sales on the Saturday, the Sunday, the Monday. And the Monday was the Ace Attorney Cup. I picked this up, I have no idea why. It's unbranded, it's just some sort of decal on it. I haven't even played Ace Attorney, but just picked it up and thought, someone might want this. It's basically brand new. It's got a little tiny bits of markings underneath, but yeah, picked it up for like 50 pence, sold it for £5.50. A couple of pounds in it for me, but it was in one of those piles of why have I bought this? I was going to take it into work and use it as a work mug, but I've got so many of them, I'm just kind of taking them in now for the sake of it. But yeah, that was the sale for Monday, and then right at the end of the week, we got a Snorlax sale. So this is a Snorlax Squishmallow. Where's a Squishmallow? So we'll look here. Yeah, Snorlax Squishmallow. Went to a car boot on Saturday, or 2 actually, and I think they're probably going to be the last ones of the year because it's been absolutely howling, absolutely tipping it down with rain recently. I saw this along with a Bulbasaur and a Vulpix, which I'll be putting up on my, well, they're not Squishmallows, they're just normal, putting them up on Vinted probably. Yeah, picked this up, it was like £3 I think it was, no, £4, sold it for 12. Some very, very minor markings on it. I've shown loads of pictures for the customer, they were quite happy. Yeah, £8 profit. Just to see the week off. And that just goes to show, guys, you don't always have an amazing week when it comes to reselling. Sometimes you do get these quite quiet weeks. We were saved by the Doc Martens and the Adidas Galaxies bringing in quite a bit of the profit for this week. Not an issue though. You get these weeks, you can get them for a couple of weeks. Hope not. But we still hit target. I'm assuming we're going to probably hit target in the next week as well. I'm going to be changing it up now. I'm going to be putting more of the winter gear on, so I'm going to be putting more coats. Like I said, I picked up a few good coats in the £1 sale, which I went to. I'll go over those probably in the next video. I'm going to put them up now in the next day or two. But yeah, winter, summer is over, sort of autumn, winter stuff's coming into play now. So I'll be closing up shop on the caps and changing up then for more, maybe even still do the walking shoes and whatnot, but maybe not so much the running ones until the new year. But yeah, we don't know what's going to happen around the corner. Reselling is a bit of a gamble. It's unpredictable, and you never know what you're going to get in a car boot. You never know what you're going to get. Sorry, in a charity shop. And at the same time, you don't know what people are going to want at what time, and it's unpredictable, and you're competing against a lot of people. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get over the 100 point by the end of the year, so we're not that far off. We're on 85 at the moment as per the video going out, but I'll see you in the next one.